Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. Michael Zuber, one rental at a time. It is Tuesday morning, and we have a friend of the channel, frequent visitor, Mr. Matt, the lumberjack landlord. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing wicked awesome. Wicked awesome. Like super excited to be here on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
And yeah, Monday didn't disappoint as a self-managing landlord with a busted sewer line. So yeah, we're in it. We're having fun. It happens to everybody. And the more properties you are going to have, the more often it happens.
Yeah. One of the things I will remember from the Great Recession was, I was picking up a lot of houses cheap.
Yeah.
But I think I had 8 in a row.
Yeah.
That we fixed up. We put tenants in, and like 3 or 4 weeks later, all of them had busted sewer lines.
Yeah.
And we figured out after the fact that the houses had been vacant at least a year. The water had been off. Tree roots do what tree roots do, seek water. They crack pipes, and then you turn on the water and roots grow fatter. And they bust the pipes.
Yes. Yeah. If people are really excited to see what we found in those pipes.
No.
We will be posting. Well, the funny thing is it's not what you think it is. So
okay.
we'll be posting those pictures on the Lumberjack Landlord on Instagram. We'll be posting those today with full project notes.
There you go. There you go. It is kind of amazing what you find in there. Action figures. And I remember finding those little cars. What are those things? Those
Matchbox cars.
Matchbox. That's the word I was looking for. Yeah.
And Hot Wheels. Yeah.
Hot Wheels. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. So anyways, I digress. What I wanted to do here is I wanted to take a victory lap. Okay. And now I know in some markets it's not quite there, but
Aren't you tired yet?
No, no, I always could do one more lap.
There's been a lot of them. But okay, yeah, let's do another one.
Yeah, and it's because I really want people to understand the importance of doing the work. So this came from our private Facebook group that's a part of my course. Thousands of students doing the work every day. This came yesterday. I'm going to read it for you. Listings are coming back.
Yep.
For the past few months, only 5 or 6 per month, and all very high priced. Yep. In the past week, I think there have been 10, and 3 of them have actually been priced fairly well and selling at asking price.
Yep.
I offered slightly above asking on one Friday and missed it because someone offered to buy as is. Just put in another offer at asking this morning on another one. This is the housing slowdown. The rates shot up so fast. It has shocked the market. People have retreated, and some people still have to sell, as we talked about last week, right? Some people still have to sell. It's not the crazy 100K over. Now you still have LA and, Denver or some hot markets. The slowdown's coming for all of you. It just is. It's how math works. But I just want to encourage people to keep doing the work, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's last time, so your market corrected 75% last time.
It did.
Okay.
Yeah.
My market was only 24%. So it really wasn't that bad. I'm expecting still 10 to 20% correction. We've started to see absolutely an increase in inventory.
There you go.
The stuff that is the only difference is that, and this is what other channels, crisis channels don't understand.
Yeah.
Is that the stuff that goes on that's well priced, still gone in a day.
Still gone. Yeah.
Still gone in a day. So I'm in one right now. I offered over ask. I gave amazing terms, and I'm waiting to, and these were the best terms that I could live with. Right. Could I have gotten stupid? Sure. I'm good at that.
But we both are.
Yeah. But I didn't want to get stupid. And so it was like, hey, this is the best that I'm going to do. And so, yeah, we're seeing some inventory. And the interesting thing is we're seeing some inventory from people that are from landlords too, that are tired.
Yeah.
They're just tired. They're just said, you know what? Yeah, it's been a hard couple of years. And honestly, I try and fast forward and say, 20 years from now, when I'm in my mid 60s, I don't think whatever, exactly. Call the agent and just go, listen, whatever, just get it sold, get me the most that you can get. The property is what it is. And it's that guy that you trust to list that stuff. Right. So they know.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I think, the real estate slowdown, of course, is absolutely real, but it's exactly like what we thought too. It's stuff is coming on better priced.
Yeah.
So it then goes that day, but then still there's some of the other stuff that's not as well priced.
Mm-hmm.
There's some of that stuff that now is still going under agreement after a week.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's some stuff that's insanely priced that's
Yeah.
getting some traffic, but because of the comparison to what else is available, it's going to sit there for a while and likely need a price reduction.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen across the country, right? In my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
There was a time, and it was 6 or 9 months ago. And again, we called it on this channel. It was the best time ever to flip lipstick flips.
Oh, yeah,
you could insanely price something and probably get it, and more than likely get over. There was a time that happened.
Yep.
Today, I believe in most markets, again, not 100%. So if you're in one of those markets, you know it better than me. But most markets, if you insanely price something today, it's going to sit. Yes. And it will probably get no views. I mean, that's what I'm hearing. I have brokers that reach out to me all over California, and they're saying inventory is up, days on market's coming, open houses having 0 visits. There was a time where the customer was right? My house is worth, 1050 or $1,050,000 because it's better than my neighbor who got $999. And there was a time that worked. It's not working anymore.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of markets where that's not working. I can tell you in my market, a record was broken last week, which means that they were under contract about probably 4 to 6 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Right. But a record was broken this last week. It was a 2-bed, 2-bath, and it sold for, I think, like $370.
Wow. 2.2.
And a 2.2 is, my market pricing wise is a lot like Fresno's pricing wise.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. And so a 2.2 selling for that number. Now here's what that house was. That was a complete gut remodel.
Oh, okay. Already done? Already finished?
Already done.
Okay.
Already done. Yep. Already done. So it's proof that there's still a retail buyer out there for the perfectly done product where everything is brand new, spanking, and it's great. And you're still paying less price per square foot than you would for a new build. Mm-hmm. This is about a 1,200 square foot house. So if you do the math, it sold for, a little over 300 a foot. Mm-hmm. The new houses in our areas are selling for high 4s, low 500 per foot. So those are the numbers that we're starting to kind of watch and track. It's crazy that a record was still broken in our market literally just a week ago, but that was put under 4 to 6 weeks ago. So
yeah, it probably makes sense.
Probably a point less though. Rates were probably literally a full point less 6 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago.
And again, that's what I called again on this channel. I said, we are going to experience what I call the champagne explosion. And I don't know what else to call it, but you see it all the time, right? When they win a championship, they shake up the champagne and it just spurts for, 5-10 seconds. And then it's flat. Yep. Some markets have already experienced that. Others are experiencing it right now.
Yep.
And then it will just go because at some point there will be no more buyers who will pay up and there won't be that much cash out there. So the slowdown is real.
Have you seen, so we're officially in spring.
Oh yeah.
Officially the spring market, right? April, May. That's really the spring market. I haven't seen, so I've seen inventory coming on, but frankly speaking, not as much as I expected with it being spring.
Yeah. And that's what we're going to talk about in video number 2. I actually think the housing market's about to go through a frozen winter. And again, the housing, everybody talks about a housing market, but I want to remind people, I keep telling you to watch the lending market.
Yeah.
The lending market has done something that hasn't happened in my adult life. And that is rates went up 200 basis points for the best of the best borrowers and 250 to 300 basis points for the average borrower. As we'll see in video number 2, that's a hell of a payment shock. Yeah. So what I think's happening is there's a lot of people that would like to list this spring and do that whole move up thing. Like, oh my God, I'm sitting on 100K in equity. I want to move. But when they do the math, which we will in video 2, they look at it going, I don't want it that bad. So I think we're going to have a frozen spring because no listings.
Yeah. I think the supply destruction, like what you coined last week and what we've been talking about for the last week and a half, I think that's dead on. I think I expected there to be significantly more property coming online heading into the spring season. So I expected there was some that are landlords that are just tired. I expected there's some where people are like, hey, if we want to be closed and basically wrapping everything up for when the kids get out of school, this is our timing, right? And then we'll move after they're in school and then we'll have the rest of the summer. So it's really amazing to see, the movements in the market. And again, it really, people need to focus on, for those individuals, there's 1,000 different reasons they could be selling.
Yeah.
1,000 different reasons. And it's your job to help find out what that reason is, because in my current deal that I'm working on, I found the world's least motivated seller.
Yeah. And this is what I want. And again, back to the opening note, and I'll say his first name, Will. Congratulations. You've been doing the work. You have your buy box, you're disciplined, you're writing good or great offers. Everybody should get excited by what's coming, but this is not permission to do something stupid.
Yeah.
Know what's average. Once you know average, offer good or great deals. And then move on, right? That's the thing I love about our course and what we talk about is, hey, if the numbers don't work when they counter, it's not a good deal. Don't do bad deals. Don't be in a rush. More inventory is coming. And then finally, I do believe it will be 10x easier to find motivated sellers, but still not easy. And I hope that makes sense, right? They were basically invisible for the last year because they didn't have to. Now you're going to see their shadows. You're going to see a form when you pay attention. Because there are some people that just have to sell, right? The landlord who's tired at 68 and doesn't want to deal with another eviction moratorium or whatever, they'll take a 10% haircut just to be done, right? Yeah. They'll sell it as is, so they don't have to do this or that, right? They haven't raised rents in 5 years, so they know the value of the property is not there. They'll take a haircut because they own it free and clear, right? They don't really care. So keep doing the work. Now, I really do believe now's the time to do the work.
Yes.
Because in 60 or 90 days, most markets will be like prime time.
Yes.
And, it takes 90 days to figure it out. You don't just roll out of bed, even if you buy the course, roll out of bed a week later, know what a great deal is. The market changes every day. So, you got to do the work, and Will, congratulations for doing it.
Yeah. I think the other thing too, the only thing that I would make sure people are doing is make sure in your spreadsheet, you are tracking what they listed for and what they sold for. Because there are now agents that are going back to a tried, tested, and true strategy of underpricing. For a long time, Mike, and we lived through this for the last year and a half, 2 years, everybody was overpricing. Let's get the next record, the next record, the next record, the next record. Let's get the next record. It's not that way anymore. It's now, let's maybe underprice this, get a bunch of traffic. And so I saw this weekend on a house that should have been listed at probably $650. Mm-hmm. It was listed at $575.
Oh, yeah.
They had, and I asked, and because I knew the owner, I said, strategy? And he goes, yeah, we really want to get a lot over ask. And I go, yep, I get it. He goes, but we'll see. Well, they had like 30 people at the open house. They're going to have 5 or 6 or 7 competing offers, and they're going to all be well over ask. And so he even asked me, so what do you think I get? And I said, I think it should have been listed for $650. I think you probably get somebody that pays between a couple people that are going to be in that $625 to $650 range. Mm-hmm. Because if their broker knows anything, their broker knows that the thing should have been listed for $650. So that was a deep discount list. And I don't love the message it sells. I don't necessarily love the strategy. I believe in underpricing, 3%.
Right.
But not
10.
15. No.
10, 15.
Yeah.
Again, folks, do the work. If you want some help with it, you want a buy box. I actually did 2 whiteboard discussions yesterday for free. What is a white box? What is a buy box, and why you should do it? And then I gave you mine. Go look at the playlist called Whiteboard, and you get amazing material there. Also the course, and then 4321 from the Lumberjack in the bonus section of the course. So how do you want to wrap this up? How can they find you?
Yes, they can find me on Lumberjack Landlord on YouTube and Lumberjack Landlord on Instagram, where we show, we used to be daily. We're still not getting into that habit a bit again yet. But we will be showing daily kind of updates of self-managing landlord life and all the fun things. Yeah. And all the fun things I told Mike at the beginning of the seminar, I was like, today is a day I didn't want to be a self-managing landlord, but you take the good with the bad.
There you go. Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, Mike.